Is Kristaps Porzingis really that good? He is a 22-year-old star power forward the Knicks chosen with the 4th pick in the 2015 NBA draft. He is the player that Knicks fans believe is the centerpiece to the Knicks franchise. I do believe he is a great player, but is he really the star fans think he is? So this your boy K Styles, and in this video, I will be going over a few pros and cons on Kristaps Porzingis, and in the end, I will give an overall summary of what he needs to improve to reach the potential that New York is going to need him to reach to be able to compete with teams like the Sixers, T-Wolves, Celtics, and the Lakers in the future. So let's get started. Porzingis is averaging nearly 24 points, shooting 43% from the field in only 33 minutes per game. He is also hitting almost 40% of his threes while shooting 5 per game. Kristaps' height and length makes it nearly impossible for many NBA players to block his jump shots without committing a foul. This works to an advantage because he is also a knockdown shooter from the line, connecting on 81% of his free throws. Porzingis is also capable of putting the ball on the floor, even at his height, and is solid on the pick and roll as the rollman, especially with Frank Ntilikina as the ball handler. This duo can be deadly in the future, especially if surrounded by shooters, due to Frank and Porzingis' abilities to shoot from 3. Albeit Frank Ntilikina is shooting only about 33% from 3 this season. That is solid for what many call a raw prospect. Plus, he can only go up from here. Porzingis is also a solid scorer in the paint, scoring over 7 of his points from inside the painted area. Put all these factors together, and you can get yourself one of the top scoring power forwards in the league. Seven foot 3, less than 7 rebounds grabbed per game. I understand that it will probably go back to 7 in a game or 2, but as of the time of this recording, Kristaps is currently averaging only 6.9 boards per game. I understand he is playing both in the paint and on the perimeter, but this is unacceptable. Kristaps is 6 in minutes for qualified forward, but drops to 15 out of 24 when it comes to rebounds. His ability to grab a defensive board is solid, at least in the top half of the league. The main problem is crashing the offensive glass. He doesn't even crack the top 25 out of 40 power forwards, averaging a little more than 1 per game. In comparison, Russell Westbrook averages 0.4 more offensive boards at a foot shorter. This isn't too much of a problem for the Knicks as a team, since they are currently in the top 10 of the NBA for rebounding, but individually, Porzingis' rebounding is underwhelming for one of the tallest players in the league. 7'3", over 2 blocks per game. Now that's more like it. Porzingis is a good shot blocker thanks to his 7'3" frame and a 7'6" wingspan. With a defensive rating of 104.8, he is a solid defender and in the top half of forwards who play at least 15 minutes per game. Also, I've stated earlier, KP is a solid defensive rebounder. Not much really to say besides good shot blocker and solid defender. So there has been a trend with Kristaps over the past 3 seasons, and while understandable due to his age, the fact is that Porzingis has a hot start, but later burns out after a month and a half. Looking over his stats throughout the years, the burnout is improving, but this is still a glaring flaw. After averaging 29 and 8 on 47% shooting and hitting 36% from 3 through 6 games in October, he followed up in November with 24 points and 6 rebounds, but upped his 3-point percentage to 41%. He hit a wall in December with similar scoring and rebounding numbers at 22 points and 6 boards, but his field goal and 3-point percentages dropped to 41 and 32% respectively. January is even worse on the offensive end, scoring less than 20 points on 37% scoring from the field. Kristaps is going to have to fix this glaring flaw if he wants to be the star the Knicks need in a few years. If KP can crash the offensive boards more, play at a high level throughout a full season, and shoot better from the field, then I believe he can be the player the Knicks need him to be. Sadly, I don't believe he will be as good as everyone else believes though, but I still believe he will be a great talent. I believe he can be a multiple-time All-Star. There are too many bigs in the league or coming into the league that will overshadow Porzingis once he reaches his prime. Players like Cat, AD, who is still only 24, and Marvin Bagley. I do believe Porzingis is talented enough to gain many accolades though to end up in the Hall of Fame. If you like the video, then please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what I should do next. I'm gonna put all the references that I use, or the 3 reference sites, in the description below. And if you like the beats, I'm gonna put my man's Ja. I'm gonna put his Instagram in the description below too, so y'all can hit him up about that. So, K-Style signing out.